matter chop hot.
Asemene diloto. Hey!
Aye.
Another Grammy conversation is here, and this time, Kwame Dazi has raised a concern. This particular concern is huge, and to me, I believe it is something that we should consider, or if not consider, think about it now, before we have a different conversation about Grammy, maybe tomorrow. And what is it about? Kwame Dazi is raising some suspicions that he feels that tomorrow we will wake up and the African category that has been given to Africans in Grammy will be dominated by other people, or it will be dominated by non-Africans. Well, I have all the full details here for you. My name is Roland Amate. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending time with me. Whatever I say here, or whatever topic I treat here today, you are also at liberty to share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think about this particular topic that we are going to discuss today. Whether or not if you share the same view or maybe you share a different view. But let me say big ups to Barrister, who is behind the camera, and obviously Max Nowald. I've told you, if you're looking for your best video, photo coverage, photo shoot, video shoot, your private events and all of that, Max Nowald has got you covered. Hit them on their lines and they will get you sorted out at very affordable prices with very quality work. And also don't forget that this show is also brought to you by Ghana's #1 ride-hailing app, Shagzy. Go on your Google Play Store, your App Store. If you're a driver and you want to make some cool cash, sign up with just 20 Ghana cedis. And whatever you earn, you get is for you. If you're a rider and you're looking for the most safe, secure, and affordable ride, Shagzy has got you covered. Now, let's go straight into today's topic. And like I said, Grammy is here. That is what we are going to discuss.
The matter chop hot.
Asemene diloto. Hey!
Aye.
So we are in this country, or we are in Africa, when Grammys came that they are going to nominate African acts. They are going to put in the African category. And obviously, so many of us were excited. So many of us were excited about it. The African category that is solely going to celebrate African music. And that is what they said. But obviously in 2023, we also saw some of our people being nominated in that category. Of course, the likes of Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy, them all were all nominated, yes. But then in 2024, one of the shocking things that people have seen and have called and are calling attention to it is the African category that has Chris Brown. Chris Brown in that particular category. Kwame Dazi has a show an entertainment show on Joy FM on multimedia, where he has a segment called Say It Loud. And in that particular segment, he actually raised concern about why a non-African is actually nominated in an African category in Grammys, of which the category is supposed to celebrate African music. Because we know, because it is an American-based award scheme, majority of their modus operandi favors them. But then, this is an award scheme that wants to go quote and unquote global, or want to touch base with almost every sound on the globe, and has done an African category. Kwame Dazi is raising concern on why Chris Brown is in that particular category. Watch this video.
I've seen one unpleasant thing about this year's Grammy Award nomination with regards to the Best African Music Performance category, and the fact that Chris Brown is in that category. Listen, I thought that space would be reserved for the African society, the African music community, because for a long time we've been the minority, and we know it's not our award scheme. It's an American award scheme that is trying to go global, quote unquote. And so if you think that you are using your platform to give us more visibility, then I think that category should be for Africans. You know, we shouldn't get to a point where the category will be saturated with foreign acts. And this is what I am seeing in this year's Best African Music Performance category in the Grammy Awards. Somebody might say, okay, yeah, we have the video, the song called Sensational. That is Chris Brown's song that has been nominated in this category. Somebody might say, okay, we have the video in there. It features Lojay as well. And so maybe Chris Brown was nominated because of these two acts. But the question is, how African is Chris Brown's performance on Sensational? Again, his performance, does it become African for the mere fact that it features Davido and Lojay? I keep asking these questions because what if one day we just wake up to see 10 American artists who have released quote and unquote African songs get nominated in that category, a category that is supposed to project Africans and their music? If that category is now being taken over by the very people that are dominating in the Grammy Awards, then what was the reason for creating that category? I've already started having mixed feelings about the Grammy Africa idea that I hear is in the offing. Because if at this point in time a category created for African music is now being dominated or being gradually invaded by non-African artists, then I fear if we have a Grammy Africa, we might end up having non-African artists featured. I'm not saying it's wrong to have collaborations and all that, but if that category is for Africans, it should be reserved for Africans. But again, I'm not surprised because, the day Billboard described Beyonce and Chris Brown as some of the top artists championing Afrobeats, I knew where they were headed with this one. I respect Grammy Awards, their achievements over the years, and there is nothing wrong with any African, aiming to get nomination or win a Grammy. It is a good thing. But this is what I have for all Africans. Let's strengthen the Afrimas. Let's revitalize the Kora Awards. Let's respect TGMA, Headies, Summers, 3 Music Awards, and all these African-based music award schemes. Because the Grammys will always put Americans first. And nobody can celebrate the African better than the African. Whoever has ears, let them hear.
So that was from Kwame Dazi. I mean, the best African performance. Burna Boy, Yemi Alade, Ashake and Wizkid, Tems, and Chris Brown featuring Davido and Lojay are nominees in the second annual category. And these are the people that were nominated. Kwame Dazi's concern is very simple. I mean, for what it's worth, this is a category that is supposed to celebrate African music. But then, Chris Brown obviously is in there because he's featured some African act on a project. That is why he is there. He is there because he's featured African act on a project. So if tomorrow we wake up and Beyonce has also featured African act, Chris Brown has featured African act, how do we call it? Jay-Z has featured African act. 50 Cent dems, DJ Khaled has also featured African act. Does that mean that tomorrow we can wake up and all the African acts all that particular category is going to hold would be non-Africans, but then it is going to, the definition is going to be because they featured African acts on it. How African are their performance on those projects? And that is it. That is what the likes of Kwame Dazi Dems are asking. Well, maybe you share a different opinion. Share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Do you think there is a need for us to show concern now? Or you think that this is something that, hey, it is their award scheme. There's nothing we can do about it. So we should leave them. Let them be. Whatever it is, we should, if we think we don't understand, we should go and create our own. Share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Roland Amate. This has been Roland Reports. Big ups to Barrister. Big ups to Max Snow. And big ups to you as well. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode. Tell people about Roland Reports. It's bye-bye for now.
The matter job hot.
Asemene Diloto. Hey!
Aye.